The 15-minute hamstring sequence that we've put together is meant for those of you with really tight hamstrings. So if you run a lot, cycle, bike, ruck marching, then this hamstring practice might become your new best friend. So it not only gets into the back of the hamstrings, but it also focuses on the lower back, which is also where we store some of that tension. We have a normal way of kind of taking advantage of where we're more flexible. So we end up straightening into the legs a lot, trying to get into the hamstrings, but then taking the pressure into the lower back. So the idea is that as we open up through the hamstrings a little bit more, you're gonna find that release all the way from the soles of the feet up through the crown of the head, where all of this connective tissue is really kind of holding everything in. So it's not just about the belly of the muscles, it's really about finding length into the hamstrings, along with taking some of that pressure out of the lower back, all the way down to the soles of the feet.
So go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position to begin. And this is just a great place to kind of start any kind of yoga practice by just grounding in through the sit bones, letting go of the day, and taking a few deep breaths before you even start to move into anything else or any other postures or poses. So letting the hands just kind of rest over the knees, the ankles are gently crossed. Sit up nice and tall, and then take a deep breath in through the belly, through the chest. And on your exhale, just feel that breath kind of travel all the way back out, releasing the shoulders. With each inhale, filling up a little bit deeper. And then on the exhale, just letting some of that stress and that tension just kind of melt away. Take another deep breath in, filling up. Big exhale, let it go. And then I'm gonna have him lie down onto his back. Finding a strap. If you don't have a strap around at home, you might use a towel. You could use a long sleeve t-shirt, whatever you have around. And we're gonna keep the left knee bent to start with, and we're gonna take that strap and wrap it around the ball mound of the right foot. So go ahead and draw your right knee into the chest. Good. And we're gonna take that strap right onto the ball mound of the foot, taking the strap in either hand. So see how it's underneath his toes, it's not down in the center of the foot. Good, relax your shoulders back down to the earth. And then plant down through that left foot here for a moment. Good, yeah. So before you start to reach up through that heel, anchor the right hip down into the earth, and then start to draw the toes towards you as you straighten into that right leg. Good. Soften the arms. So the arms are just kind of doing a little bit of gravity here, but they're not really pulling very hard. And the energy is shooting up through his heel as he reaches the heel up towards the ceiling. If the pinky toe isn't drawing back as much to the face as the big toe is, I want you to go ahead and draw the pinky toe back towards you as well. Good, and then press out through the back of the knee and reach up through the right heel a little bit more. Good, another few breaths here. Anchoring that femur bone down into the hip crease. So almost drawing that upper leg bone down into the earth. Good, inhale, press up through the right heel. Exhale, draw the right toes in towards you a little bit more. So staying a few breaths here, seeing kind of where are the hamstrings today, what's going on in the back of the body. His shoulders are relaxed down, his jaw is relaxed, and his left foot is staying firmly on the ground. Now, if it's okay for you, you might extend out into that left leg. Good. But if you notice that that becomes a little bit too intense into this right hamstring at first, you can always rebend back into that knee and bring the sole of the foot back to the ground. Good. Taking the strap into the right hand, both straps into the right hand. Good. Keep reaching out to that right heel. And then allow the foot to start to draw off to the right side of the room. Yeah, so just letting it kind of start to fall out to the right side. The right arm might extend. And take your left arm straight out to the side with the palm facing down, almost like it's that anchor. Good. Once you come about halfway, that left hip's gonna want to pop up. So go ahead and take your hand onto your left hip. Good, straighten out through the left leg. Good, use your left hand now to ground down through that left hip, and then continue taking this right leg open. Good, reach out through the heel. Soften the jaw. Good. Release all the muscles of the face. They're not doing the work for you, right? So relax the muscles of the face, relax the muscles of the upper body. Inhale, draw it back up through center, and then we'll switch the strap into the left hand. So both straps come into the left hand. As we start to draw this right leg across the body this time, it's not gonna go very far. So we just want it to come far enough that it comes over that left leg. The right hip is gonna creep up towards the side of the waist, so find a little bit more length in the right side of the body by drawing the outside of that right hip towards me. Yeah, so he's reaching the outer right hip this way. The heel is reaching up and then slightly coming over, a little bit of an IT stretch. Good, inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, bend into both knees, take it down towards the earth and release. Take the strap off the foot, pedal out through the legs, Take a moment in between, and then we'll switch the sides. So the right leg will stay bent this time. Draw the left knee into the chest. Wrap the strap around the ball mound of the foot. Good. And then at first, holding into the strap into both hands. Yeah. So anchor that right foot down, really press down into the ground, relax the shoulders, relax the head to the back of the mat, and then start to reach that left heel up towards the ceiling. Good. So this time his outer left femur bone is drawing down into the earth, and he's drawing the toes back towards the face as he reaches up through the heel and tries to press out through the back of the left knee. Good. Relax the arms. They're doing weight, they're holding onto the gravity, maybe even drawing the toes a little bit closer in towards the face. Take a deep breath in, trying to send it through the back of that leg. And on your exhale, release the tension going on there. Both straps come into the left hand. And then this leg can stay straight, or it can stay bent, it can straighten out. If you straighten it out, go ahead and extend into this right leg. Take the right hand this time and rest it onto your right hip. Take a deep breath in, lift up through the left heel, and then on your exhale, start to let that left leg fall open towards the left side of the room. Good. Energy coming out through the left heel, and then flex into this right foot. So don't forget that leg. It's grounding down for a reason. It's activated for a reason. Good, another deep breath in, draw the toes back towards the shoulder. Exhale, hold, and then inhale, rise it all the way back up through center. Good, switch the placement of the hands. Take both straps into the right hand, and we'll draw it across the body again. You don't have to bring it all the way down to the earth, okay? So I just want it to come over, maybe so that it's past this right leg. Good, you can extend out into that left arm. And then this time, this outer left hip is gonna try and creep up towards the left side of the body. Draw the outer left hip open and down. Does that change everything? Yeah, yeah, that changes it a little bit. Really subtle actions in the hips and the hamstrings can do a lot. So if you're not feeling it there, just imagine kind of trying to draw that left hip away from the upper body. Good, inhale, come back up through center. And release, bend into both knees, hug it back in, release the strap off the foot. Draw the knees into the chest. You can just place the strap off to the side. Knees into the chest. Rock forward and back a few times, maybe side to side. And then he's gonna start to roll all the way forward, gaining a little bit of momentum, and roll all the way forward and up into a forward fold. So gain some momentum. Yeah, big rock forward. Come all the way forward. Hands under the ground, come up standing, forward fold. Good. We're gonna place the blocks underneath his palms to bring the ground up to him a little bit here. Bending through the knees, inhale, offer the chest forward and flatten out through the spine. And then on his exhale, he's gonna fold into this. Good, so fold deep into the legs. Good, inhale, lift up halfway again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold it down. Let the neck just hang. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, straighten into the arms. Start to shift the weight into the right foot. So shift the weight into the right foot. Keep the back nice and flat, drawing the shoulders forward and through. And then extend the left leg straight back behind you. Good. We're gonna take a big step backwards into a nice low lunge. So step as far back as you can. Good. And then drop that back knee down to the earth. Walk the blocks in next to the front foot. Good. And we'll flow with the breath here for a moment. So the inhale is gonna come forward, bend into the knee. Walk your right foot forward a little bit further to the front of the mat. Good. So inhale, draw the right knee forward, take your chest forward. And then on the exhale, you're gonna shift and take the right leg straight. Good. Right toes pop off the ground. Yeah, so take that a few times. So inhale, come forward, bend into that right knee. Good, straighten into the arms, straighten into the arms. Yes. And then exhale, straighten it back, straighten into that right leg. Good, and again, inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. Flex into that front foot, ground down through the heel, draw the toes back towards you, pause here. Your favorite thing in the world. We're gonna try and lift that right foot here, ready? Press down through the palms, don't think about it, lift the right foot. For 3, for 2, for 1, drop it back down, rebend into the front knee. Good, take the blocks out way in front of this right foot. Good, a little bit further, they can even come off of the mat here. Tuck into the back toes, lift the back knee off the ground. And then we'll shift the weight forward, coming back forward the same place we came. Good, left leg lifts up, left leg lifts up. So left leg straight back behind you. Good, take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, start to fold down into this right leg. And we're gonna play with the balance here for a moment. Good, so right leg stays straight, right leg stays straight. Straighten into the right leg, there you go. Straighten into the left leg. And then maybe take that right hand down to the right ankle. Yeah. So use this place to kind of play with the balance a little bit. Maybe both hands come down to that right ankle. Good, bend into the right knee ever so slightly. Keep reaching out through that left heel. Good.
A little bit of shaking's not so bad. Fold into that right leg a little bit more. And then step the left foot forward to meet the right. Good. Take the hands back down onto the blocks. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, fold. Take it down. Good. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. And this time we'll do the opposite leg. So shift the weight into the left foot. Take your right leg straight back behind you. Good. Up, come forward. Come all the way back forward, all the way back up. Extend that right leg straight back behind you. Hover. So I want him to hover here for a moment. I want you to reach out through that heel and then a bigger step back. So step all the way back, nice low lunge. Good. Walk the blocks back next to you. Drop down onto the back knee and release the back toes. Good. Bend into the front knee. Arms stay straight. Good. Roll the chest forward and through. Good. So chest comes forward. You can even lift your gaze. Lift your gaze. Lift your gaze. There. And then on your exhale, shift the hips backwards. Shift the hips backwards, straighten into that left leg, draw the left toes off of the ground. So follow the breath here, follow this cadence. Inhale, rebend into the left knee, bend into the left knee, shift it forward, arms stay straight. Good. Exhale, take it back. Yeah, straighten into that left leg. Good, one more time. Inhale, come forward, bend into the left knee. Exhale, shift it back. And then we'll pause here with him at the back of the mat, that left leg straight. Press into the palms, into the blocks, and then see if maybe that left foot can lift off the ground for a moment. Hovering it here, drawing the toes up towards the face. Reach the energy out through the heel. Exhale, place the heel back down onto the earth. Good job. Rebend into the front knee. Take your blocks forward towards the front of the mat. In front of that left foot. Tuck into the back toes, lift the back knee. Shift it forward. The right leg stays hovering off the ground. Good. And then playing with the balance here. So maybe the left hand comes to the left ankle. Possibly the right hand to that ankle as well. Good. Find one point of focus down on the earth, down in front of you. Yeah, the blocks are there, but see what happens. And if that back leg is still hanging out like that wet noodle, engage the foot, right? So flex through that foot like you're standing on the wall. Yes. Press into the back of that right knee. Good. And then drop the right foot down to meet the left. Coming all this way to standing. Yeah, he wants to come to standing, so we're gonna come to standing. Mountain pose here for a moment. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms way up overhead, let the palms touch. Good. Exhale, dive it all the way back down. Hands onto the blocks, fold forward halfway. Good. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Bend deeply into those knees, don't forget that bend. Good. And then we're gonna come all the way down onto our butts. So take the knees out wide as slowly as you can. Sit all the way down onto the earth. Good. You can take your hands behind you as well. Yeah. Good. So moving the blocks off to the sides, having a strap nearby. Take your right leg, extend it straight out in front of you. And then bend into the left knee and let that leg kind of fall open. Good. So the sole of the left foot is coming to the inner part of that right thigh. And then we'll use a strap for this as well. Wrapping it again around that ball mount. Straps come back into the hand. Nice. Good. Draw the toes back up towards you. Sit up really nice and tall. And then I'm just gonna give him a little bit of support here as that left hip stays anchoring down. So you can do this to yourself. Go ahead and just kind of take your left hand for a moment, drop the strap. Put your left hand on your left hip, fingertips facing backwards, and press down into that left hand here for a moment. See how he's just kind of giving himself that reminder to keep that hip anchored? Good, and then go ahead and take your hands back forward onto the strap. Lifting out of the hip crease, inhale, lift up. Sit tall, nice long through the neck, awesome. And then fold forward right from the hip crease over that right leg. Good, inhale, lengthen out a little bit more. And exhale, fold. So the idea here is that we're taking the chest forward towards the knee, instead of the crown of the head and the forehead down towards the knee, right? So we're finding that extension up through the body. And you can use that strap to kind of draw yourself forward and through. So thinking of the chest and the heart space reaching towards those toes. Good, inhale, sit all the way back up. And relax that strap, release it. And we'll switch sides. So bring your left leg forward, bend into the right knee this time, take the sole of the right foot to the inner part of that left thigh, and then we'll wrap the strap around the ball mound of the opposite foot. Squaring the torso off as much as possible over that left leg. And then before we even fold into it, you can take your right hand this time onto the outer part of the right hip. Good. Turn your fingertips towards the back of the room. And just that little reminder to yourself to kind of press down and anchor into that right hip so we don't want it popping off the ground. Good. Sit up really nice and tall. Take the strap back into both hands. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold forward. Each breath in, finding a little bit more lengthening there. Good, extending out through the chest. See how his forehead's starting to come down a little bit? Yeah, draw that back up. So this back, or this forward fold is coming out of this hip crease. Good, lift up and through. And exhale, fold. inhale, sit all the way back up. Exhale, release. Let go of the strap for a moment. Take both legs straight out in front of you. Final forward fold with both legs out in front. You can use the fingertips on the ground. If you want to use the strap again, you can use the strap again around those ball mounds. We're going to do it this time without the strap though, okay? Just to kind of show you at home, if you don't have a strap, if you don't have a towel, how to come into this forward fold. So find a slight bend in the knees, flex into the feet and draw the toes back towards you. Sit up as tall as you can, press down through the sit bones, ground down there, yep. Yeah, he's already kind of feeling into the hips there. Extend the arms up overhead, inhale, take them up long. Good. Exhale, start to hinge forward from that hip crease. Good, chest lengthening, spine staying long, and then just let the fingertips land wherever they are. So just drop the hands down to the earth, right next to the knees, right next to the thighs, wherever they touch down. Good. Inhale, lift up and out of the waist, and exhale, fold. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, lifting up and out of the lower back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, sit all the way back up. And exhale, go ahead and lie down onto the back. Nice. Take the legs out wide, let the toes fall apart. Let the arms out to the sides with the palms facing up. Yeah, take up some real estate here. You've worked hard for it, so just relax into that. See if you can stay here for a few breaths in this final rest, taking maybe 3 to 5 minutes if possible.